So, Andy, a tough result to take here at Hayden Road on the road against Rushden Diamonds, a 2-1 defeat. Some of your thoughts after that game for us?
I thought that we was in control of the game in the first half. Majority of the possession, they didn't really have much in the first half at all. We had a few half chances, but we was in control of the game. Then we've had a 10-minute spell. I spoke to the boys in there what happened for the first goal. It's come off the back of Maka, hit their guy in the arm and gone in. They've given the referees give the goal, okay. You might not be able to see it because it's bodies. And then sort of it's just an individual error for the second goal. You know, someone who's been excellent all season, Tony Breeden, he's just made one individual mistake. But we play football and we move the ball, and we've done that all season, and that's how we play. And so that's part of our philosophy, so that's okay, I'm not fussed with that. So we've had that 10-minute spell, and then we've absolutely battered them for 30 minutes. Steno scored. We've cleared one off the line from Steno. We've had a header, another one from Mate. Just gone over the bar, it looked like it was in. We've had one from Bez, got to get it on target. We've had one from Prince glancing, not at the target, and the good chances, not half chances. Bembo's touched the ball past the guy, brought down the penalty area, no penalty. We're on top of the game with 15 to go. We've made subs, and then Jaden Charles goes down with a quad injury, and we have to go down to 10 men. And still with 18 minutes to go with 10 men, we're on top of the game. Yeah, they worked hard, but we've controlled the first half. But what I will say is that, and I said to the boys that the tempo that we play at, what we did in the last 30 minutes, we play at that tempo, and we'll be there in every game, because the tempo was frightening with the 10 men. But what you can't do at any level is take your foot in terms of take that tempo out of you, because that's what we're very good at. Even though we was in control of the first half, we needed to play with more tempo, in possession and out of possession, because when we did that, we was very, very good.
Yeah, and you mentioned your thoughts there on the fact that we battered them for about 30 minutes. We created loads of chances. What do you think it was that just meant we couldn't put the ball in the back of the net?
I thought there was one obviously cleared off the line. A couple of headers, they looked like they was in. No one means to miss. You know, it's just them moments. I won't even call it quality, because there's some really good headers in that. The one what Bez has, he knows that he should hit the target minimal with that. You know, so it's just moments in a game. Where lads have had it, I don't think it's anything to overthink or why they've missed. Might be like a little bit of technique or little things, but nothing major really. You know, obviously we're disappointed to lose any game that we play, and I think that the journey that we've come on, but we've played, what have we played now, 12 games or 11 games? 11 games, and we're second in the league. How can I put it now? It's no panic at all really, because we played really well. The performance was really, really good. The lads are really disappointed because they know that if they played with a tempo for the last 30 minutes, they know it'd be a different game. So yeah, we're gutted to lose obviously, but at the same time, like, the journey that Nuneaton have come on in a short period of time, and I said already that, listen, it don't work overnight. And today we've had to make some changes again, because of a few injuries or tightness, or Tara Waite's not in. So they're the variables of non-league. Like, you know, we haven't got we've got a very good medical team, but when someone gets injured, they get injured, and that affects things sometimes. Cameron's come back from an injury and had to play today because Coxey's out ill with possible food poisoning. So we've had to make changes. They're variables of non-league, which no one can control.
Yeah, and you mentioned there about Cam coming back from his injury. Of course, he bought him off and bought Bembo on. Was that kind of both the tactical substitution and the fact of trying to manage Cam when he's just coming back from an injury?
A little bit, yeah. Cam's come back and we've got to manage him, that's correct. But tactically as well. And as soon as we changed it tactically, we was right on top of the game.
Was that, as alongside those tactical substitutions, I mean, of course, we saw Ford drop in at centre-back and Dowdy, of course, on the right as well. Was there a change in formation there, or did you just stick with it?
That's the moment we went down to 10 men. So Jaden just popped the quad, and that's when we went down to 10. So, and we made the subs, obviously. Ozzy came off injured. You probably, and we wouldn't have gone down to 10, but when Ozzy comes off injured, and Cam, obviously we've seen him like not pull up. He twinged a little bit, and we didn't want it to go. So we've got Cam and Ozzy. We've been enforced into 2 injuries, but yeah, I thought we deserved to win the game today. Like with the chances that we created, we definitely didn't deserve to lose the game. Like we've had 8 or 9 chances, and I thought we was, like I said, controlled the first half. They've battled well, give them that, but the chances that we created on another day, we score, I don't know, 6 or 7. So I'm not worried. I'm gutted or disappointed with the result, but I'm not worried about the performance in terms of what we showed. What we need to play is at that tempo all the time. What we played the second half, 30 minutes, we've literally started. But then again, at the same time, like I said before, it's hard to churn out that tempo game after game after game. And then the league put in Bedford for us, and Tamworth have no game, for example, you know, on Tuesday night. So we go Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, they get a rest or close. So sometimes it's, and I'm not saying that's anything to the league, I'm saying that's the variables of non-league. So there'll be a moment in the season where that happens the other way around. So yeah, it's sometimes you can't control every variable of non-league, but the lads' performances they've been really consistently good this season, and I've been happy with the lads. And I'm in one way, like I said to the lads in there, that if you can go behind and show that character, we're in a good place, because they show character. We've 10 men, they're gutted, and it means something to them. And for me, that bodes well. Because sometimes you learn a lot from a loss more than you do a win, and today the character that they showed at the end with the 10 men, no one would have told me that we had 10 men and Rushden had 11 at the end, not at all.
Yeah, and finally you touched on there about the break that Tamworth have had with us having a Tuesday night fixture. Of course the lads have got a break on Saturday. Do you plan to use that as a rest day for the players, or do you plan to get them in for a little bit of training? Of course we missed the training session tonight with the game, or are you just planning to give the players that rest?
We'll assess the situation with Jamie in terms of legs and sort of recovery, because we don't have to bring the lads in and run them or nothing like that, because we're in a good place, the group's in a good place, the club's in a good place, so it's about being wise in the training that we do and what we need, so that's what we'll be doing. And what's brilliant is that we've played 11 games after 9 games we had more points this season than we did after 25 games last season. That's the moment I come in. So after 25 games last season we had 20 points. After 10 games or so this season we had 23 points. So the journey that the club's come on is a long way. So we're in a really good place.
And just lastly, this is the last chance we're going to get to talk to you, of course, before the next game. It's Rushall. What are your immediate thoughts on that one?
Rushall have obviously bounced back from sort of the slow start to the season that they had, because obviously they was flying last season, and obviously they've got a good management team there, and they've done well for a couple of years. So we prepare for every game in terms of tactically. And we'll prepare the boys for that game, and we've got a chance to prepare because we haven't got that game, so it's a good chance for us to refresh and get some bodies back in that time. So Tyrell will be back and a few others, which is good. So we're looking forward to the game, and one game at a time, and we're sort of, like I said, in a good place, so we look forward to every game that we go into.
Well, Andy, thank you for your time this evening, and it's an unfortunate result, but we look to bounce back in the next game.
No worries. Cheers, thank you.